Generic greetings and welcome back once again to the Last Starship. Today's beverage is a very soothing generic cold and flu medication. It seems to be a bit of a happenstance or a bit of a tradition these days that every time I jump back on the Last Starship I'm full of cold. Either way, welcome back to the game. It's been a while. In fact, looking at the last series, it was over a year since I played and displayed the game in anger, and I thought we'd change that because there's been several alpha updates since that last series. I think we're on alpha maybe between 8 and 10, I can't actually remember. But yeah, there's been several alpha updates, which means lots of improvements, additions, changes, etc. So yeah, we're going to go through and play a bit of the campaign. Now, in the previous anyway, in the previous series, we were doing the survival mode. I think it was just called campaign, which was all about building a Stargate. However, it's now been changed, so you now have 3 game modes. You've got To Boldly Go, which is a new journey through story-driven sci-fi episodes. That sounds pretty fun. You've got survival mode and a free roam, which are not locked, which are locked at this stage because obviously it's been changed since then. There's also a new arena mode where you can put two ships against each other and have the either AI control both, or you can control one and verse AI. Now I'm not going to do that because the few ships that I do have, which is the SP Railboat and the SP Gunboat, which we made in the previous series, they were in a massive fight towards the end of that series, and these ships are not rearmed and they're not fully repaired when I save them. So if you put them in on this, they basically fire a couple of volleys at each other and then they're both out of ammunition. So there's the end of that. Anyway, over to new game and To Boldly Go, and we will begin game and see what this has to offer these days. I've not actually played this at all, so it's going to be interesting, fun in finding out. Anyway, it is the 23rd century. Humanity has colonized the stars. Millions now thrive on distant worlds, living hundreds of light years from Earth. Space becomes a new frontier, an era of unprecedented exploration and expansion unfolds. Powerful corporations dominate entire regions, but beyond the reach lies uncharted territory filled with untold mysteries and boundless opportunities. The CEO of Interstellar Mining Corporation has issued a daring challenge: build a Stargate powerful enough to reach the nearest galaxy. With trillions of funding up for grabs, the stage set for fearless venture to forge their own path to cosmos. Will you rise to challenge and start your own course among the stars? Also, maybe this campaign is about the Stargate then. Okay. Anyway, this is the starting shuttle that we get. There is now a tutorial in the game. Actually, I think there was always a bit of a tutorial in the previous series when I played them, but yeah, I think it's been vastly improved there. And we're coming into what appears to be the sort of dry dock here in space. And it shows you the scale of this thing as it slowly zooms out. And this is our starter vessel that we're going to have to basically build from scratch. And we'll dock up. I say from scratch. We've got the hull. It's a newly done hull. So it says tutorial. This is shipyard services, and it's let's go. This vessel is fresh out the shipyard production line. It's just an empty hull right now without power or breathable atmosphere. First job is to fix that. Click next to continue. Dual S and D and arrows to move around. Zoom with the mouse wheel, and we can drag the view by holding middle mouse. Okay, that's fine. All of these here, these are new. Well, at least the symbols are new. Let's begin by installing a reactor. So construction, install, reactor, and where do you want to put it? It says stamp the reactor down inside your ship. So somewhere around here. I always like a little bit of a gap, so we're going to put it there. And the crew will now install the reactor. There's the crew in their in their space suits. Let's see. I'm having a look around here. Is anything that looks new? Not that I can recall. Okay, so we need to install a fuel loader, and we're going to install a fuel loader in maybe there. And now that's going to come down, and now I'm guessing it goes to pipes, and we'll have to pipe this up. And there's the fuel, so we want to do that. I think pipes can now cross as well, which is pretty good. There is the reactor now powering up, so first spool and then it is activated. Okay, we are now generating power for our station. Okay, now need to provide breathable atmosphere to the crew, and it's done with an air duct, so we go to construction and install and air duct, and we're going to place it in... where are we going to place it? I think we're going to place it in there, and obviously we'll have to put in an oxygen loader. It's going to ask us to put this in here, so we're going to put it in maybe there. Okay. Cables. Let's put cable into that thing. Just move that. And obviously I've got a bit of a head by installing that there. Pipes. Let's connect up that. And what's that noise? Oh. Vessels. Big vessel. And ice. Okay. Excellent. And some more ships over here. One looks like a bottle opener. Anyway, let's go back to our vessel. When the air duct is activated and is pressurized in the cabin, the atmosphere will soon be breathable. The ship has 2 factory-filled engines ready to go, but we need to connect them up. It requires both power and fuel, so we must connect both engines to fuel and power. Let's start the starboard engine, run the pipes from the pipes menu. Okay, pipes, and then we're going to go along and across. And we'll do the same thing for the other one as well. Now use cables, so across and down. There you go. So it's got fuel, indicated by the yellow line, and the power is going up, and I don't know if that's new sound effects. Sounds nice, whatever it is. Okay, so let's get the other one. Repeat the process. So pipes, and that comes down to there. I'm sure you can, let's say, combine pipes. So if I was to do that, yeah, you can see that that's combined and that's removed. There you go. Okay, cables is something similar. I'm just going to combine the two like that. I like the way you can have pipes and cables on the same line. Both our engines are now operational. Yes, we should get our engines small flight test. So switch to tactical and directly throttle from here. So let's do that. So ahead 1/4 maybe, and you can see aversion's going up. Don't know if I mentioned, but aversion has now been changed. There was at one point where if you were going so fast, aversion would basically go to 100%. You can never be hit. Let's see. More throttle, more better. This is the Procedurally Cruiser by Orion Industries. And don't know about putting it to max speed. Also turn the ship by tactical, so let's head back to dock. We can send our ship to a specific region by right-clicking. Assess the destination by going by right-clicking in tactical view, like that. Exit by pressing T or tactical. What's all that? Exterior, habitation, atmosphere, jobs, schematic. Cool. Continue to operate the ship to keep the engines running as you travel around. Try flying around the system until you handle all the controls. When you are ready, bring the ship to a stop in tactical. Well, I've already told them to go there, so it should automatically power the pole engine down. I'm just going to put it to 0 and drift. Now that our ship is up and running, we need to earn our way. We can complete contracts for financial reward and reputation, open contracts, and get a list of contracts. Okay, so we now have contracts, and we have a passenger transport contract. More details. So there's a group of 24 civilians who are looking for safe transit. The destination is a sector dropped off at Star System NG, that's November Golf 8. Your ship will need enough free cabins. So have we got an engine? Yes. Have we got 24 free cabins? Accept. Right, okay. The passengers will be delivered to the shuttle, or by shuttle, should I say. Well, what's that? Don't know what that is. Little station of some kind. So there's a shuttle coming along, and whoa, it pilot like the stole it, fair enough, and docked up, and we can see on the top it's putting all the passengers in. There's all said passengers, and they're in. Okay, cannot deliver those passengers to their destination without a faster than light travel. Unfortunately, this ship is not equipped with its own FTL drive. We need to buy one and set it up. So we'll go to trading and to propulsion, to FTL drive, and yes, 5 FTL charges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and confirm the order. While we're in there, actually I'm going to see, let's go all items. Let's see if there's anything new that I can recall. Okay, cannons, railguns, Gatling guns, drone, smelter, sewage pipe. That might be new, it might not be. Gas collectors not. Refinery, we were doing some refining. Scoops, munition benches. Yeah, we used a lot of this in the previous series. We didn't do hydroponics, which is one of the things we sort of skipped a little bit. Storage crates. Oh, those are new, I think. Compost. Lots of ores. We had a lot of problems with ores in the past. And fusion reactor. Okay. A deflector. Okay. That's interesting. Ice grinder, hyperspace sensors. Energy transmitter. Yeah, there's some new stuff in here. Weapons officer. Cool. Anyway, let's go to install. FTL drive. And where's it wanting me to put an FTL drive? FTL drive. Anywhere. It says put it anywhere. Well, I'm going to put it in the reactor room. Cables. That's now in. And I think the FTL drive, they just bring the charges to it. You don't need a canister if memory serves. So that's now connected and powering up. We can make things more efficient for our crew by telling them to store FTL charges near the FTL core. So construction, storage, FTL charge, and we'll say there. So fuel's up the top, FTL charges are down there. There you go. So they're prioritising that. That's good. Yeah, we were making Stargate frames and motors and other things. Mission cargo. Cargo boxes, good. Right, so that's moved over. All passengers being delivered to the ship, and the FTL is operational. We need to go to the sector map. So, we have... Oh, look at this. Trouble with Tiddles, a black hole sun, and a wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, we've done the first one. But the other one's going to be interesting. Right, this is a map of all the systems in the sector. Once our ship and space station located in the middle. Yeah, you are here, of course. Set a course to the destination, transport passengers. Click. Prepare jump. So what happens now is the ship will align to the target, and we have... right. It's FTL because you can have multiple ships in the fleet, but you don't have to jump them all. I don't know if that's what we're doing in this series, but the fun will be in finding out. There is a research tree, power grid. Yeah, we need to sort that out at some point. So we've arrived at the destination system, and ooh, right. Ah, no, I was going to say it's a black hole. No, just the dark side of this moon. Now I need to turn in the completed contract. Deliver. Deliver. A shuttle will be dispatched to collect the passengers. Yes, it is. Here's a couple more ships. Wow, that's got a lot of fighters in it. That's a lot of fighters. Bear in mind that we're completely unarmed at this stage. There's a tuning fork ship. And another little shuttle. I like that you get shuttles going back and forth between the different stations and the ships and all. It feels like the world has got a bit of life in it. So, let's see. There's all of them completed. The passengers have all arrived safely. You will now be paid for the fee and also receive points towards humanitarian rating, giving you access to more difficult and lucrative missions. Okay, cover the basics. Learn how to install equipment in the ship and how to navigate space. The career you choose is up to you, but there are many opportunities to choose from, and go to the contract board. Many different types of contract now available to you. However, you must stay alert, Captain. There are reports of even more lucrative opportunities that you'll have to find by yourself. So here, keep keen eye out for special systems on the map. You never know who or what you may find there. Okay, whatever you choose, more instructions will be given when required. It's up to you what you want to do next. So there you go. We are now, we're now in our new ship. New to us anyway. Actually, no, it is a brand new ship. So, what are we going to do? We can do absolutely everything. There is the ship editing screen. Looks like Commander Harkin is calling. So, Commander Harkin, Captain, I'm the Chief Security in this sector. I need your help. Across all the sector, there's people in trouble who need assistance. I'm spread too thin and can't be everywhere. You're all incapable. And I'll be there to advise when I can. If you choose to help, I mark the locations on your map. Gold highlights. Thank you, Captain. Okay. That is these ones. So we've done the tool with Tiddlets. That was the very first one added to the game, where basically you get some and there's more and more and more and more. I like the idea of trying this black hole sun, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to sort of beef this thing up a bit. We need some batteries. We need some more crew. We need to look at building up. Let's go ahead and check out a trade, and we'll go over to, well, it'll be crew. We can get some crew. Do we need to buy any food or anything like that? Is that a thing in this mode is the question. Habitation. Would it be in there? I'll be in crew. Right, it's not in there. And habitation. There is boxes of food. There are boxes of food and water and oxygen. Right? We knew we were going to need that. Let's have a quick look at energy, and there are a couple of batteries. I don't know how good those are, but I'm going to get a couple of them. And solar panels always good as well, to be fair. And there is 3 available, so I will purchase that and we'll confirm it. So where am I going to put some of this? Well, I guess we'll have a look at contracts. We have a courier mission. I've got 19 boxes of supplies that need delivering. Destination is in sector NG9, so we'll have a look at FTL. Sorry, not FTL. NG9 is... Where is it? Hostiles over there. FG9 is there, and it's got a shipyard, but I can't go direct because I had to go through NG3. Okay. Oh, there's a derelict over there, so we can maybe salvage that. But I want to just do a couple of quests, basically. A couple of contracts, just to start beefing up what we have. 19 grand for that one. I'll accept that, and I'll also head back to the middle and prepare the jump. So that's going to align. I'll install a... Something's just jumped in. I'm going to install the batteries. So how many do I have? Just 2, I think. They'll go there. Cables will go along. I also want to go for installation of a small tank, which is going to go there, and pipes will go across, and it's always best to do that, I find. And are we fully on board with cargo? We are. Jump. Let's install something while in hyperspace. That's going to only go well. So you need to install outside the ship with scaffolding to support. Each panel generates 10 megawatts. Okay, I'm probably going to put... I don't really want to put panels around there. I'm going to probably put them on the back here. So I need to go to editor and to scaffolding, and I might get away with just doing something like that and like that. Symmetry is on. Confirm. Oh, didn't want that though. So turn. How does one turn that off? Right click. Okay, erase. That's good. Okay. So install solar panel, and I plan on putting a fair few panels on this thing. I'll put 3 on this side for now. Cables. We don't need to be... we don't need to be too precious. I'm going to have to go to this and right click that. Draw. Scaffolding. There we go. And installation. No. Cables. Yes. There we go. So we're now generating a passive energy stream. Contracts. Courier mission. Deliver to NG5. Deliver to another NG5 mission. Where's NG5? It is... It is pretty much on the way. Yeah. Well, if there's 2 in NG5, let's do that. We need to be in storage. And what's this set as? Any cargo? I think that's any cargo. Yeah, just cargo. Okay. Contracts. NG5. Accept. This one. NG5. Ah! Does it put a little marker to indicate that those are the same? NG7. Not going to do that one. Okay. Trading. How are we doing for solar panels? We can buy all the solar panels here, which I'm going to do. And 5 charges. That's a big ship. Just buzz the tower there essentially as well. Okay, so let's go for installation. I don't know if going full solar from the very beginning is the way forward, but it's happening just because I like to run with it. I'm going to have to put a bit more scaffolding in, I'm afraid. Not that that's too much of a problem. Confirm that. And cables. There we go. It's so, you know, we're trying to just charge the batteries up and not burn through fuel. I guess. Delivery. Prepare the jump. Armoured Beast Mark II. Good grief, that's a vessel. It's got that I can see 12 reactors. Lots of cannons. Lots of deflectors. Huh. Anyway, off we go. I'm going to buy one more solar panel just to put on here so it's symmetrical. So what we're doing for power grid. Generating 7 from the reactor if need be, but the batteries are fine. There you go. It just says reactor. The actual level, 2 megawatts. The rest is just coming from the panels. Okay, contracts. Deliver. Deliver. Passenger transport to NG0, which is in the middle. I'll be going back there anyway, so that makes perfect sense doing that. Okay. Also trading. Energy. 1 solar panel. And it should be... Yeah, it's still on board, so it's fine. That goes there. And cables. Really? Really? Okay. There is a shipyard here, so I can do that. You can't do that. You can't do that if you don't have a shipyard normally. There's the cables. So we've completed that contract. Money is going up, but not, you know, massively, because obviously I'm spending money. Crew 4. I thought we had 5 crew. It matters not. Let's go there. Prepare the jump. What do we like for weapons here? So, defense. Railguns, cannons, Gatling guns. Munitions bench. Railgun slugs. Okay. Well, we need to get a... hyperspace scoop would be good. Hyperspace scoop sits in the front of the ship and faces the direction of travel. During hyperspace, strong magnetic field is projected and drawing in large amounts of interstellar matter, and you can be refined into FDL fuel. It's like free. It's like free cash. Hyperspace scoop. I'm going to get 1. Oh no, look at that, the space for 2. Okay. I don't know if I will be able to get 2. No, I can't, not with the money I've got. But if we're just jumping around, we might as well gather some material. So install. Where can this go? Where can this... I mean, there is the obvious choice, isn't it? I'll put one in there. I don't like the big gap in here. I mean, it looks good, but it's useless. So this is going to be a tank, because I think it goes into a tank. So cables. No. Cables will run like that. So it's connected. And pipes. Yes, so we can get isotopes. I'm going to wait until it's powered up first. There you go. It's gathering isotopes. Not much of a jump there, but enough for us. Deliver. NG13, NG5. No, I'm not going to do any of those. Sector map. We need to go back. Pair jump. You can see it says warning, mission collection underway. So we need to wait until that's done. Yeah. Alright. Just wait until all the deliveries have been made. How are we doing for resources? I like the resources on the left. I think it was it on the top before? Wherever it was, I like the new UI. It's nice. Research. So research points. We're not doing any research. But what have we got? Drone speed, drone assembly. Lots of drone stuff. There's science. Metallurgy, smelter efficiency. Deflector blueprint. Automation, logistics, habitation. The Andromeda project. Unlocks phase 1 2 of the Andromeda project. Okay. I don't think we're going to focus so much on that, because we did that in the last series, but we're definitely going to do some of the missions. I don't know how many are in. I mean, obviously there's 3 at this stage, we've seen that. And I'm going to have to do something about, yeah, this. There's some money. turn in contract. It's good that you can just click on there. That's really good. What other contracts have we got? Contracts. That's been completed. NG7 and NG8 deliveries. Mining, extract critical minerals. Eradicate armoured thugs. Difficulty rating of 2. Rescue civilians from a wrecked ship. Ah, if we have... we don't have the humanitarian rating for that. We also don't have, which is important, any thrusters. So that's a thing. Let's see then. Can I go for construction? And actually, no, we can't. I'm going to have to go for trading first. Going to get another hyperspace scoop. And gas collector. No. I'm trying to think. Chemical lab. I'm trying to think what it was before. To make... I think it was a chemical lab that we used to make... Or no, a refinery. Yeah, I think it'll be a refinery. Confirm. I'm going to get another one of these scoops. Let's say, because then we'll just sell some... In fact, can we do that? Can you sell it raw? Sell. No, I can't sell the charges. Sorry, I can sell the charges, but I need to make them. Which... There's a carrier frigate hull. 1.9 million. There's the GMC mining station, which we did use previously. Lots of wrecked stuff on it. The Meteor. The bottle opener. And a new ship. And that's the big shipyard there, which someone's crashed into. Oh wait, that's us. Back to the cruiser. So we want to install the new hyperspace scoop, like that. Cables, I will have to run like that. Pipes. There we go. So now we can, let's say, get some of these resources and... Is that not powering up? Yeah, there we go, it's on. Okay, well we're going to have to do a bit more trading. Or we could go with one of these. Trouble with tidlets. I think we're best off getting our ship up and running first. Do a couple more of these weird contracts. Where's the place where we haven't been? I'm going to start heading towards... I'm going to head towards MG2. Actually, wait. No, I'm going to go where there's a colony. And here's the thing. I'm going to go the other way. The reason for that is it costs 1 hyperspace fuel per jump. Doesn't matter whether that jump is a 2-second jump or a 30-second 2-minute one. Doesn't matter. It just requires one thing. And we want to go as far as possible to harvest all the resources that we can with our hyperspace scoop. You see batteries going down. So we are using power, but it's important to note that we are solar powered. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's a colourful place. Contracts. Deliver to the NG0 and accept and accept. And I'll do that one because this is, you'll have 9 minutes to get 50% extra pay. Right, well, it's in the middle. Prepare and jump. We'll spin around. It does say crew 5 of 5. It said 4 before, didn't it? If I just... I'm sure it did. I'm sure. Oh, right. It probably was just the free idle crew I was counting. Orders. Oh. Alright. So that was a button that was normally on the bottom right there, I think. That's good. And hardly even left the place before. Yeah, hardly even had the docking port closed before we jumped. And turn in. And there you go, fabricate ship. So you can create the ship from scratch. Contracts. Deliver to NG7. You know what? I should have done that one. I've just been to NG7. It's because I changed my mind. I was going to go over there first, wasn't I? Okay. Well, we're turning these in. Money will be good. Although, what I'm tempted to do is rescue civilians. We need a thruster. I think we can get a thruster for the money that we have. Energy. How we're doing? How we're doing for energy? I mean, it feels like it's all right. Let's get in 4 thrusters and a couple of fuels and some RFGL charges. That's going to cost 72 grand, but the money hasn't yet gone up for the jobs that we've just done. If I close this, will it keep it in there? Contract's completed. It does keep it. And confirm. And this is where we find how fun it is to try and maneuver this thing. Install. Where's the ship? It feels like, I was going to say, is there a big cloud or something? It is a bit cloudy, yeah. It's not just me, is it? Yeah, there you go, it's okay over here. Oh, I like the look of that. Right. Install. Thrusters. One there, one there, one there, and one there. And this allows us to maneuver. Let's go with cables. And that not only, as I said, allows us to maneuver, but also means that we can, if we go to tactical, we can go maneuvering. And there you go there, so you can go back and forward and rotate. Because what I want is to go with contracts. Rescue civilians from the wrecked ship. Ship engines will explode very soon. Nearby system 14. 150 grand. Right, so system 14 is there. Prepare the jump. I'll literally get ready to jump and click the button after we've accepted the contract, because obviously the engines are damaged. And accept, jump. So we'll have to get in and get out quick. I understand we haven't done any one of the proper contracts yet, but we're still getting out. This is a shakedown cruise. Right, okay. So how to dock with another ship. Switch to tactical. Go there. Whoa. Oh, that's much better. So normally the camera locks onto this, but you can have a free camera now, pretty much. Okay. Get close to the stranded ship. Trying. Use maneuvering controls. So 0, and I'm going to spin it round and thrust back over. I'll use you as well. Oh, you know what? I bet we can't back up fast enough. Oh no, we can. Only just though. So going down. Just gonna center the ship. Come on. Thrust that way a bit. We need to line up the red crosses. So I'm using mouse and keyboard in tandem here. And that's aligned. Just need to keep the lock. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Come on. Yes. Next. It'll explode in 251 seconds. That's, oh, low food. Right. So, that's done. Undock. And where do we have to take the crew to? Either way, we might... The food problem is... Well, that's the problem. safely somewhere nearby. Doesn't say where. I'll go back. Prepare the jump. And I'll get some more food while I'm on. I assume if you go to 0 food, then everyone just doesn't die or anything. But I'd like to have looted that, but I've got no drone bay, so I can't. And there's the end of that chat. So we'll head back, and that'll probably be the last contract of this episode. I'll just drop these off. Deliver. Trade. Habitation. I don't think I need 31 food, do I? 10. Confirm that. Water and oxygen. Okay. Well, there's all the crew going. And we're going to get maximum payment for this. Whoa, that was close. Rescue completed. Excellent. So, a urgent passenger transport request, NG5 and NG7. It's not much though. Alright, well, humanitarian rating has gone up. I think we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of the Last Starship. We probably want to look at spending some of this money on getting a refinery to refine fuel. Our own jump fuel. That will be handy. We're going to have to take stock of oxygen and water. I think we're okay, but yeah. I'm also seeing hull is okay, atmosphere is okay, battery is good. I don't know if getting another battery would be a good thing. We'll have a look through that, see what's purchasable, and then I think we're going to do a mission, and I think it's going to be Black Hole Sun, because we've done this one, the trouble with Tiddlets before, but I've not done these other two. A wolf in sheep's clothing sounds a bit fighty, and we can't do fighty. So, as always, we'll see how we go. Hope you have enjoyed this look at the Last Starship and for what it is the series thus far. As always, let me know in the comments what you think. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.